Do you know how pipelines work? Pipelines are used for things like transporting water and natural gas to our homes and taking waste away. Without them, the world is a very different place. Thousands of years ago in ancient Greece, there were no toilets that you could flush. Toilets were far more simple, like this chamber pot here. You will have to empty the waste yourself. It will be thousands of years before modern plumbing is invented. Far below is the ancient city of Pythagoras. There is something very special about this place that makes it different from most cities at this time in history. This mountain you are standing on has a simple man-made pipeline through it called an aqueduct. It uses gravity to transport drinking water from a fresh water spring to the city down below. Without this pipeline, the residents of this city would have had to walk long distances to get fresh drinking water. Digging a tunnel all the way through a mountain is no small task. And this particular pipeline was built over 2,500 years ago. The Chinese also used pipelines long ago. Hollowed bamboo poles could be cut and tied together to carry natural gas. The gas was first used to evaporate salt water to collect the salt that was left behind. Bamboo pipelines could also carry the gas as much as a day's walk from the source. The natural gas could then be used in homes for heating or cooking. Let's take a look at what modern pipelines are like from the inside. This water treatment facility receives wastewater through pipelines from the city, cleans it, and pumps it back so that people have fresh water to use. Other industries also use pipelines to transport resources over long distances. Don't worry, you won't be stuck here long. Gases aren't really interested in moving on their own, so we sometimes have to give them a push. Pressure is the force that keeps things moving. Friction between the fluid and the pipe, or gravity from going uphill, can really slow things down. Pumps or compressor stations are placed along the pipeline to keep things moving, especially when traveling over long distances or up steep hills. The natural gas that you are traveling with moves at about 40 kilometers an hour. That is about as fast as this Olympic runner. Oil is also transported in pipelines, but moves much slower, between 4 and 8 kilometers an hour. It could never win a race with natural gas because the oil is far more viscous. Pipelines span great distances, moving fluids all over the country. Canada alone has more than 100,000 kilometers of underground pipelines. These vast pipeline systems are operated and supervised by trained technicians. The speed of the moving fluids and their pressure is closely watched for any changes. One way to detect if there is a problem in the pipeline is to measure the amount of fluid that started on the journey and make sure the same amount comes out on the other end. If they don't match, it might mean that there is a leak. Monitoring devices called inline inspection tools travel inside the pipeline, cleaning them and looking for any problems. If damage is detected, a section can be blocked, dug up, and repaired. It takes a lot of people working every minute of the day to keep pipelines flowing. Today, a huge network of steel and plastic pipelines have been built right under your feet by engineers who understand how fluids and gases flow. This is fluid dynamics. We can use a pump for liquids or a compressor station for gases to maintain the pressure inside the pipeline. As this pipeline enters your community, it divides into smaller lines that distribute the natural gas alongside water and sewer lines. Things are about to get a whole lot tighter in here. After traveling all this way, the natural gas can finally be used in your home. I bet you didn't know that a simple pipe could be used for so many things.